everybody. This is Marnie. Welcome back to another Facebook Live. Our guest today is featured speaker Karen Porter of womenspeakers.com. Karen, welcome to you.
Thank you. I'm so glad to be here with you.
And I'm excited to have you. You have been one of our featured speakers at womenspeakers.com for a long time. We've been together for years and years. And I have happy memories of you throughout the years, just interacting with me, letting me know when you got bookings. In fact, you said you just got some recently here. Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, I just, since like late December, I guess a lot of women's ministry directors are planning for next year. And so I received a number of inquiries, and it looks like we booked 3 or 4 of them already. And so we're just delighted. And I think they come to your website because they know that this is going to be a place where they get the quality they're looking for, and they get a lot of information, and they can look through casually and figure out what might work for them. So, I mean, thank you for building such a fabulous place for us all to get our names in.
Yeah, that's great. That's great. I love it too. And I know the planners, when we look at, when it's active, a lot of times it's in the middle of the night. They're on there searching around, looking for the
time to surf. How about you?
I know, right? And at womenspeakers.com, like you said, there's a lot of information. So you can just sit there and then you can reach out to the speakers you want to, reach out to and go forward from there. That's great.
Yeah, so I really encourage anybody that's thinking about doing that, or that is considering putting your name on there, and do the premium, so that you get noticed and you can have your picture and those sort of things. But do it and write the best information you can about yourself, and make yourself available, giving what you have to share, because there's so many speakers out there who have a lot to share and have great ministries, and they're great speakers, and they're funny, and they're interesting, and they're informative, and they're inspirational. Yeah. And they just need to get noticed. So I think it's a great place and well worth it. So any of you speakers here, be sure you check it out.
And of course, you planners, we need you too. Can't have a speaker site without the planners. So
without you, what we do.
Be brave. So you actually, I'm excited. And Karen, by the way, Karen hails from Texas, from Friendswood near Houston. Karen, you have a new book that is actually, it's out right now, but the launch is coming up in 2 weeks. Tell us a little bit about that. I'm so excited.
I'm so excited about this new book. It's called If You Give a Girl a Giant. And the subtitle is Fighting for Your Life. And the book was birthed basically when I, in my Bible study, discovered that Goliath had 4 brothers, and that maybe the reason David picked up 5 stones was that he picked up those extra ones because he thought he might have to fight those brothers. And I love that. As I studied them, they did show up later in his life, and as I studied them, I discovered that their names have meanings which represent giants that are real to us in our daily life. So, for instance, discouragement is a giant I face pretty often, and that is the name of one of those giants. His name means to carry, to sit down, and don't move forward, which is the giant of discouragement if I ever heard of him.
Absolutely.
And each one of those giants represents one giant that's in our modern day life. And then each one was killed by one of David's mighty men. And guess what? The names of those mighty men are the weapons that God gives us to fight that particular giant. So I'll give you an example. On the discouragement giant, the man who killed him, his name means faithfulness of God. So every time you're discouraged, remember, God is faithful. And he always is faithful. He's always been faithful. He always will be faithful. And so with that, it's just the most crazy message. And some of the weapons that God's given us surprise us that's the answer, because with discouragement, we think the answer is maybe pull up our bootstraps and gut it out, but no, depend on God. Anyway, each one. And so I took those 4 giants, and then I interweaved in the book the story of my life, of a situation in my life. I was a corporate executive, and I lost my job, and because the company downsized and a foreign company bought us, and I had to start all over, and it was horrifying. It was discouraging to the max. Anyway, each one of those giants happened to me. And so I tell my story intermixed with the story of David and those 4 brothers of Goliath. And so it's an unusual book, but it is, I think, probably some of my best work ever.
And that's saying something. No, I'm so excited to get it myself. I never knew that Goliath had 4 brothers, or that David's mighty men killed him. That's awesome. It's hilarious to think that there was 5 stones. That's fantastic.
I know. You always wondered kind of, why did he pick up 5 stones?
Why 5? Right. And specifically 5. Why not like 3 or 10 or whatever? I think that discovering those kind of nuggets in scripture, and then like you're able to be such a clear communicator about this kind of thing, Karen. I love that about you. When you speak, it's just so easy to understand and track with what you're saying, and it goes right to the heart of the message. Well, you're also a publisher.
Honorable and honest as I could.
Exactly. That's where it's at. And you're a publisher as well. And I know that that's one of the things you look for with the authors that you work with, is someone who is not just skimming the surface, not just putting on a facade, somebody whose heart is out there, who's actually sharing real truth.
True. I don't want to read something that's a commentary on the obvious. I want something fresh, new, exciting, a new, not new truth. We have the same truth, but a fresh way to look at it.
Right. Well, and the Bible is so endless in its depths. And I think, when we get to heaven, I think we're going to just be shocked at all we missed yet, after all of our lifetime of studying and researching.
Well, and making a discovery like this makes me want to look up every word in the Bible and see what it means.
Right. Exactly. It inspires us and encourages us to keep digging. Well, I am so grateful to know you, to love you, to be loved by you, and to promote your speaking ministry. Karen, thank you. Happy New Year. And thanks for joining me today.
Thank you. I look forward to connecting with people out there, and I really enjoyed talking to you, Marnie.
Hey, best website for people to find out all about you. What's your favorite one?
KarenPorter.com.
KarenPorter.com, of course. And then, of course, you guys can find her at womenspeakers.com. And Karen, your new book, all of that's available at Amazon everywhere?
Available on Amazon right now and in your bookstores in a couple of weeks.
Okay. Check it out. Thanks so much. Love you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.